Plaintiff Heather Sotner says the defendant is her neighbor, a former friend, and a party girl who recently passed out drunk in their courtyard. Heather's suing because she claims the defendant's 2 dogs attacked her cat. Defendant Destra Tantala admits that she likes to drink, but says so does Heather, and they often get drunk together. Destra claims on the day of the incident, Heather allowed Destra to bring her dogs into her home, and Destra insists she's never seen a vet bill.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Destra is my neighbor and former friend. There's 2 sides to Destra. There's the daytime Destra. She's very responsible. She has a great job. She takes care of her animals.
At night, she gets drunk. All right.
I mean, sometimes we all do.
Is that the other side?
That's the other side.
Go ahead.
So she likes to drink and
What happens
party.
when she drinks her tequila?
She likes to have a good time. She'll
What do you drink?
With her, I drink wine.
yeah. But
With others, you drink what?
I like a good scotch.
Okay, I'm way off. I said tequila. All right. Scotch, that's old men. You know, go ahead. I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You go ahead.
So, like she'll come over and be shots, or she'll shake her booty out, flirt a little bit.
Flirt.
Yeah, but she's a little out of control. And for example, about a week and a half ago, I came home and her dogs were running around loose in our courtyard. And I was like, that's weird. So I went to go knock on her door to see what's going on. And she was passed out drunk on a bench in the courtyard. So I had to wake her up and we had to, get the dogs back in the house. So, just a little out of...
They were running around, the dogs.
Yes.
You think they got a nip? But the Scotch, you said they're running around wild. And you said that's what she does when she gets drunk. Start doing the same. Let me get some background from you.
Okay. Of course I like to drink, but Heather does too. We both get together and that's really all that we do. We don't see each other outside of a late night recap of the day and over a drink or 2. There's been some fun times too where we've decided that we were gonna do facials at 2:00 in the morning and we had goop all over our face and goop all over our hands. And by the time we got done, there was no difference in our face. There was just goop everywhere. Don't do facials when you're drunk.
Have you all ever fallen out?
No, this is the only thing.
Let's hear about the dogs.
Okay. So on January 18th, it was a big snow day in Atlanta, so everything was shut down. So Destra came over pretty late at night with a bottle of wine, but for the first time, she brought over both of her 2 large dogs.
That's not the first time that I was over with both my dogs.
With both?
Correct. That is an
Go
incorrect
ahead.
statement.
Okay, well, I guess this was the first time they attacked my cat. It was really, really hard to see for both of us. They were pulling her into 2 pieces and we couldn't get them out of...
Not the case.
We couldn't get...
Ma'am, that's not anything to smile about, and don't interrupt anymore. Go ahead.
So she got the cat out of one of the dog's mouths and took it to her house while I was home waiting for her to get the other dog, and the dog is just tossing the cat around like a rag doll. There was blood everywhere. My house was completely trashed. So she came back, got the other dog, and took it to her house, and then I called the police, and they came so I wanted a report in case something like this happened.
But your facial expressions, ma'am, this certainly couldn't have happened like this. I know you wouldn't be looking like this over here. If that happened, I would be very disappointed to know that this is your reaction today for your friend of many years. You tell me what you observed.
Okay. What I observed is that Heather and I were hanging out in the kitchen, which we did often. Both the dogs were laying down next to me, which was what has happened several times before this event. Her cat walked down the hallway. This time today, they decided that they were going to chase after it. My one dog got a hold of the cat. Her and I both chased after him. We tackled him. He let go of the cat. I took both dogs home and came back, and she had had her cat on the couch or on her bed, and there was a puncture wound on the back of the cat. It looked like it was in distress, but we had both decided.
So the cat didn't appear to have been bitten in half. That's what's so troubling to me.
No, the cat was not broken in half.
How about
the cat is
slung
still
around in the mouth of the dog?
No, not in any case or form.
Go ahead,
If you read the whole veterinary sheet.
All right, I just wanted her version of what she saw, because I know she wouldn't be that low down to sit up here and grin when you all observed your cat being torn in two.
The dogs punctured her liver, sliced her abdomen, and then there was just all kinds of other. I mean, the total bill is $2,540.
Pursuant discharge from the wound is noted.
And here, do you want pictures?
Sure. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Did your cat survive?
My cat did survive barely. They gave it a 50-50 chance.
How's the cat doing now?
The cat's fine.
All right, I'm reading the report, and it's not as horrific as you describe. Nonetheless, I do sympathize with you and what happened with your pet. Let me hear about the veterinary bills.
She agreed to pay. And so when I was at the hospital, it was like an emergency. Like they had to do like emergency work on the cat. I was having a hard time getting in contact with her, so my mom had to pay for the bill. Destra went to the hospital to try and pay the bill, which was doing the right thing. They wouldn't reverse the payment, so they wouldn't let her pay. And then I basically didn't see Destra for months.
Let me see what you have there regarding payment and perhaps the bills. What do you say, ma'am? About paying the veterinary bill?
Did agree that I would pay for it. I reached out again and again. I have all of the messages that we sent back and forth asking her to reach out to me after the event. She never once called me, never once reached out to me until I got this nasty letter that she said she didn't even write, that was originally dated March 8th with a 1 now in front of it saying March 18th. It's a registered letter that she sent to me.
Mm-hmm. You read it.
Oh, okay. To Destra Tantella, due to the fact that I have not heard from you since the attack your dogs made on my cat Chevy and me on January 18th, 2018, I feel it is only right to inform you of the actions I am taking. My mom is moving forward with a small claims court case to reclaim the funds she outright paid to prevent Chevy's death. I do not know the consequences for you, your dogs, as this will be handled in a court of law. I would prefer that nothing happens to the dogs, but in fear that safety of my animals, myself, and the neighbors. As you know, your animals gravely endangered my cat, hurt me, and terrorized my home. I have all the appropriate documentation from veterinarian and the police. If you would like to settle this matter outside of court, you may contact me to pay the damages. Immediately after doing this, I reached out to her. And she did not respond to me for 20 days.
You just said she sent you a nasty letter.
I was waiting for a good one.
That is the most polite letter I've ever heard. You said the woman sent you a nasty letter. She was very polite when she said, I haven't heard from you. It happened on January 18th. It is now March, and I'd prefer to settle this out of court. Did you hear that part? Did you read that part? That's not nasty. That's not what people say. They say, you son of a... you haven't heard from me. I haven't heard from you. I better hear from you real soon. You know I'm from Detroit, and you know what I'll do to you. You're nasty, no good. That's why your house ain't clean. If you had your house clean, then you wouldn't be laying up with them 2 nasty dogs when they attacked my cat. That's a nasty letter.
I think it was the terrorized my home part that got me, but yes. I did not walk in and terrorize our home. I was
What's your excuse today? Oh, it was the nasty letter. Now that we've determined the letter isn't nasty, you pay her money, $2,540. Have a good day, man.
I would love nothing more than for us to continue being friends. It's just an unfortunate situation that happened.
And it was an unfortunate situation, but I think it was handled very poorly. I never received a bill, so I didn't know what I was supposed to pay.